Mega yachts are quite common amongst the rich, and alongside jets and mansions, they are one of the biggest signifiers of their status to the rest of the world. Mega yachts are luxurious vessels with a professional crew, with dimensions ranging from 79 feet up to 500 feet in length. There are a lot of expensive yachts out there, and we're going to be looking at the top 5. But even as we speak, now more than ever before, the ultra-rich are spending a lot on the construction of more of these luxury vessels. Sam Tucker is the head of superyacht research at Vessels Value, a leading vessel valuation company. When asked, he had a few things to say about the mega yacht market from 2020. The market's been roaring. Demand for extravagantly high-end yachts has outstripped supply, and it's impossible to get a slot in a new build yard. They're totally booked. In other words, 2020 was a great year to be rich or to be a mega yacht manufacturer. Any rich person who owns a yacht would want for the ride to be just the way they pronounce yacht, with the C silent. And this is something they take into their own hands with the exotic features and designs they implement on these seafaring vessels. So in this video, we'll be looking at the 5 people who have splurged the most cash in their journey across the 7 seas. But first, welcome back to our channel. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video from us. Number 5. Dubai, $400 million. In 1995, Blom and Voss, in collaboration with Lursen, began the project of building this ship for the Bolkiah of Brunei, Prince Jeffrey. However, he didn't go through with the construction, so that by 2001, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the ruler of the Emirate of Dubai, would have taken over and completed the project. This was the largest yacht from 2006 to 2009, with a length of 530 feet and a beam of 72 feet. It has since been replaced as the biggest boy on the 7 seas by the Eclipse and the Azzam in that order. However, it still boasts some of the greatest luxuries that one can experience within its 8 decks that can provide space for 88 crew members and 115 guests. Guests are privy to a 10-meter swimming pool, a squash court, a cinema, 20 water bikes, a disco, a lobster tank, and a pristine dining room that seats up to 90 guests. The ship also has a helipad and 2 long motorboats, and the 4 MTU-20V diesel engines will yeet all this luxury across the open seas at a speed of 26 knots and a distance of up to 8,500 nautical miles at a go. Number 4. MYA Plus, $527 million. When it comes to mega yachts, the Emirati are the leading customers in the market. They own at least half of the most expensive super yachts in the world, and the A+ at $527 million is one of them. It is owned by Mansour bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the owner of the top English soccer club Manchester City. He's worth $22 billion. He's the Deputy Prime Minister of the United Arab Emirates and a member of the Abu Dhabi royal family. The A+ is 482 feet long and has a beam standing at 70 feet. However, the vessel is still able to move its massive weight across the ocean at a service speed of 22.9 knots and a maximum speed over 25 knots. This speed comes from the twin peel stick engines that generate 7,990 horsepower each. A+, formerly called Topaz, is currently the 9th largest yacht in the world, despite being launched in 2012. It has 8 decks with a swimming platform and a swimming pool, double helicopter landing pads, a jacuzzi, a fitness hall, a conference room, cinema, tender garage, and underwater lights. The rooms are large and clad in luxury designs, and the crew and staff take care of Sheikh Mansour and any guest with the best culinary and hospitality treatments. Number 3. Azzam, $605 million. This mega yacht is owned by Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan. Bin Zayed Al Nahyan sound familiar? That's right, Sheikh Khalifa is the half-brother of Sheikh Mansour. And as the head of the ruling family of the UAE, Sheikh Khalifa is also the chairman of the Abu Dhabi Investment Authority, which controls assets worth almost $900 billion, the most managed by any ruler anywhere in the world. But I digress. The Al Nahyan is surely an interesting family, and maybe you can let us know in the comments if you'd like to see a video about them. So when you consider all this wealth and status, having the largest private super yacht in the world at a price of $605 million at an annual cost of $60 million will not seem like such a big deal anymore. The yacht was built and released by German shipyard Lursen Yachts in 2013, and it has a length of 590 feet, a salon at 95 feet, and a beam of 59 feet. And yet, despite its huge size, the 2 gas turbines and diesel engines generate up to 47,000 horsepower, enough to move the behemoth at a top speed of 32 knots. And while the vessel darts through the open seas at high speed, its 60 crew members and 35 passengers take it slow and soak in the beauty of the earth. the water, which is probably what the fishes call the planet. However, unlike our planet, the Azzam is properly named, and the name of the yacht being an Arabic word that translates to resolute in English. The foreship is about 50 meters in length and has a helipad on it. Inside the multi-decked yacht, there are about 50 guest rooms, a master suite, and several other immaculate amenities meant for royalty. The interior design was done by Christoph Leone of Naughty Yachts. Perhaps the most remarkable thing about this yacht is that it took Lursen and Leone just 3 years to build this wonder. At almost 600 feet, the ship is 57 feet longer than the next yacht on our list. Number 2, Eclipse, $1.5 billion. Blohm & Voss are a subsidiary of Lursen, which is probably the top shipbuilding company in the world. In its beginnings, Blohm & Voss specialized in building military vessels, with the Bismarck vessel being its most iconic. They launched the Eclipse in 2010, 6 years before being acquired by Lursen, and stands at 533 feet. It was the longest yacht until the Azzam came along in 2013, and today it remains the 4th longest superyacht. The Eclipse has 2 powerful diesel engines that propel the yacht at 22 knots with almost 40,000 horsepower. In staying true to their military history, Blohm & Voss have attached a missile detection system and a submarine that will submerge as low as 50 meters into the water. However, defending against military attacks is not all there is to this yacht, because what form of attack is more insidious than the piercing camera lens of the paparazzi? That's right, the ship comes installed with an anti-paparazzi system that stops digital cameras from taking a shot. What the system does is make use of a laser shield that beams infrared light to detect a digital camera and focus bright light on it to render any photo useless. Basically, a high-budget, high-tech version of the police shining a torch in your eyes and then proceeding to slap you in the face. Eclipse has 24 guest cabins, 2 large pools, many hot tubs, a disco hall, and 2 helipads. The vessel is owned by Russian-Israeli billionaire businessman Roman Abramovich. He's also the owner of the English soccer team and current champions of Europe, Chelsea Football Club. And when he and Sheikh Mansour are done playing in the 7 Seas, they go head-to-head in the English Premier League and other European competitions. He and Sheikh Mansour splurge a lot of money on their clubs, sometimes too much, that the authorities have to slap them with a fine. But as nothing Mr. Abramovich can't deal with as his Eclipse super yacht, which is currently worth $1.5 billion, is only a fraction of his $18 billion wealth. Number 1, History Supreme, $4.8 billion. This vessel is the smallest on our list, it's not remarkably fast, and it has the least amount of utilities, but is the only one covered in gold, platinum, and other luxurious metals. It is said to have been designed by Liverpool luxury designer Stuart Hughes in 2011. When Hughes announced the project, he didn't expressly state who the owner was, but gave hints to suggest it was Malaysian billionaire Robert Kwok. He is one of only 3 Malaysians with a net worth of over $5 billion, with the other 2 having a net worth of $5 billion and Kwok having just over $10 billion. That makes him the clear culprit since the ship cost the same as the net worth of the other 2 billionaires. The yacht has a luxurious master suite with a wall made from meteoric stone, with a sculpture made from real T-Rex dinosaur bones sourced from Arizona and said to be worth $89,000. You know, the way people hang sculptures of dead animals in their house, only richer this time. Now, these yachts are all very expensive, and you wonder what good could come from this level of vanity. Well, let's hear from Peter Lursen, the CEO of Lursen and kind of like the highest authority when it comes to yachts, as we've seen in this video. He says that on the building of Azzam, about 6 million hours of manpower was used, and this translates to employment for over 4,000 families. And that's not counting the number of jobs being created while maintaining these vessels. So you begin to realize that the luxurious lifestyles of the wealthy actually fund the lives of regular people. But what do you think of the 5 most expensive super yachts in the world? Which one was your favorite? If you had $10 billion, would you buy a yacht? If not a yacht, what would you rather buy? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave us a like. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.